right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Jovial Pursuit podcast, where we talk about stupid stuff and mental health at the same time. It's ridiculous. How we doing, Brandon?
That's quite the intro. I'm good. I'm I'm good. It's my wild season these days, all the holidays.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
wild season can be taken kind of finicky. Like what you
Oh,
do in
fair
your
enough.
wild season? You hitting bars up, like going to clubs?
No, no, no,
Nah,
no.
this is a crazy time for just about everyone. Holiday season's always
Yeah.
rough.
It's
Mm.
super heavy.
It's weird not really having much going on for the holiday season for myself this year. Jill and I had a little Thanksgiving dinner. Um
hmm
she took care of it this year. Typically that's something I do, but she took care of it this year, so that was pretty dope. But yeah, it was a pretty chill day for the most part. Not too much going on. How about
Sweet.
yourself?
We were at my in-laws. We had a kiddo that like had a fever, and
Hmm.
my in-laws were close enough where basically my wife and I like kind of switched off halfway through the day. Like, all right, I'll be home with sick kid, you be some, and just kind of go back and forth. So
Gotcha.
it was good. It was a great time. Got to,
Uh, Sounds a bit
hang out.
exhausting, but
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weirdly enough, like I don't I don't mind fevers for kids
mhm.
because all they do is kind of get lethargic and
Yeah,
like snuggly.
they just want to kick back.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It's like the stomach bug stuff where I'm like,
Oh yeah, where it's
no,
coming out of either side.
no, no,
Gotta
no.
run that warm bath, just go sit down. Dude,
Ugh.
kids being sick is a rough time. Depending on what it is, like there was sometimes I would stay home from school and it wasn't really that bad. Like in the morning, I was like cramping a little bit. Let's face it, I was probably just hungry. But then there were the days where I'm like, yo, I feel like death. I'm dying, mom. I'm dying. This is
Mhm.
it. This is it. Early grave for your boy.
Get your shovel. I'm
Yo,
going.
yo, come bless your boy because I'm going off. Just ate watching soap operas too much. Just don't
Oh,
take me. Don't take
I will say though, there was something about soap operas at times that was like, I don't know what this is all about, but it was.
I never knew what was going on, but I knew it was intense at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, why are they
Yeah.
snapping like that? He got smacked in the face. Yo, why? Like it just I know nothing about the storyline, but you're just sitting there.
I remember falling asleep when I was sick one time, and I woke up, and it was I don't even know what soap opera it was, but it was this. There was like a smaller person that turned out there's like this witch in it, and there's like it was kind of like magical and mystical. I don't know.
I've never heard of a fantasy soap opera. That's different. Well, that's actually
I
like
it
Cinderella and shit. Never mind.
no what. Well, actually, it's pretty in line with almost all.
Right. All of those old ones. Yeah, no, that actually
No,
fits the bill pretty good.
no, it was like they like would move between like reality and like some sort of like there'd be thunder and just it. So I just remember going to
What?
sleep and they were like not in their magical place. And then I woke up from my nap because I felt like garbage, and they were like totally different. And I was just confused. Like what happened?
Did you
So
watch two different shows? Like
no,
what?
oh, I'm gonna find it.
Dude,
I'm gonna
because
find
yeah,
it
I'm like,
right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's
Like,
see. How do I even Google this
I don't
right now?
even
Like
know.
what am I what am I writing?
Just like
Mm, soap
fantasy soap
opera
opera, I guess.
with small person magician.
Oh, dude, I used to be so short. It used to piss me off. I'm actually the shortest in my family,
Oh
and that upsets me because I'm second
yeah, yeah, yeah.
oldest. What
Okay,
the
here it
fuck is
is.
this?
Here it is. All right.
Hmm.
Passions. What's the name of it? Uh, that was the kid. That was the guy.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks vaguely familiar.
I'm telling you, it was the thing.
I might have only seen
Oh,
like one. I'm not.
Timmy.
I know I
Timmy
crack jokes,
Lennox.
but like now that I think about it, that sounds familiar for real. Nah, I still want to punch you in the face.
What? What?
I don't know. I looked up and I was like, yeah, no, still want to do that. I might be wrong, but you still get punched.
All right.
Oh, gotta love those friends though, dude.
Yep.
I tell you what, those are the best friends though. I tell you, because they'll they'll take a hit, but it's like when we get through with this, I'm gonna talk to you.
I'm just. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, we gonna figure this out. I'm gonna let it happen, but we gonna figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are good people. All
Yep.
right, man. All right. I got a couple questions. All right, here's my mind this week, guys.
Ooh.
Scattered. It probably even shows in my whole spastic nature right now, dude. I'm just all over the place. All right. So, question: you want a random thought or do you want a dark thought?
Go random. Actually, no. Go dark. I was like,
Yeah,
go
all
dark.
right. So tell me why I was on this weird like little power trip. You know how I get. You know how I get. So I was on this weird little power trip where I'm like stuck in a bit and I'm finding it so funny that I can't stop. And it just continued on. Where I was like, if I were an evil person, it might actually be bad. Where I was like, yo, I might I was thinking, I got on this whole bit. It was Manipulation University.
Oh no.
Dude,
That's
I
such a
had
bad
classes
start.
and everything, dude. Basic gaslighting 101, narcissism 305. You got to take your step up. Now, this is where you learn about yourself in narcissism 305. This is how you best bloom to then take on full provocation 501.
Okay.
Because not blast out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark. But I was in such a moment, dude. I just couldn't stop. Now that I think about it, dude, I'm sounding manic. Oh, I'm bipolar, guys. So like, yeah.
You just
For those who don't know,
quick, quick heads up.
I was like, I talk about it in my personal life, but I'm like, I only kind of talk about it on social media. I never wanted it to be like my whole personality, so I end up like
Mm-hmm.
just giving just enough where it's like, all right, I'm afflicted, but I try to like keep hush because I don't know how people do the video recordings of themselves like in a moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where to me that's actually that fits narcissism 305. Where it's like, what why are you filming yourself crying just to put it online? I know you tried a couple times, so I'm like, it just like the mental standpoint of it, I don't quite get. But then
Yeah.
I thought about that and I was like, yo, what about teaching that as a whole course? Just a bunch of these dark moments for
Mm-hmm.
manipulation. Not good.
But
It intrigued,
so
maybe.
here, all right. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued
Okay.
because like there's something to be learned, I think, from exploring and just sitting with like don't do the dark things, but like
Right.
to
And
learn like, oh, this could this could be a thing. That's
in
not bad.
reality, if you do it right, yeah. And it's about looking out for those sort of things, which you would have learned obviously in school and stuff. I just learned all my stuff on the streets. So I don't know if there's a term for this or anything, but I'm just like, I've always felt like people should know both the good and the bad and like be well versed in it and then know when to use either if necessary. That makes sense.
Yeah, but when are you going to use the bad for good reasons? I mean, I'm actually asking
Okay,
because I don't
so
know, but
this
and I
is how you
fully
take
expect
down
you to have
Walmart.
like, oh, what
I'm jumping straight to the top.
Walmart?
I'm
Why?
I'm t- they gotta go.
Do you know how much good Walmart
I
does?
miss the variety of department stores that used to be around back in the
I
90s.
get that.
There was a
I get
plethora.
that.
You had choices. You could be like, oh, I'm going to like Ames on this side of town. But nah, they always have like they're lacking in stuff. So let me go over a couple towns and then that's the good one. But it's like
Yeah.
now it's just down to Walmart and Target. And you ain't got like a bunch of other stuff. Most of the stores that I want to mention are all East Coast stores that literally none of you guys know. Like Hannaford, Price Chopper, Stewart's, all these stuff.
I do know Stewart's. I do know Stewart's.
you know,
Yep.
you don't
Yep.
know
I do
Stewart's,
too.
maroon sign Stewart's,
Yep. I saw it once.
dude. That's one of the best gas stations known to man. I don't care what anyone says. I don't really rally for gas stations often, but they sell an ice cream there. I've
Hmm.
never had anything like it.
Really?
Dude, it is absolutely the best ice cream you will ever have in your entire life. I want to have it shipped to me and no one will. And I'm getting mad.
I'm,
Getting mad. I don't know why I looked at you so damn it,
what
but I'm like
what
getting upset.
what brand is it? Like what
It's
like
their
what
own.
makes
They own their own
hmm,
creamery. So like
interesting.
and that's the thing is like they're only in like New York and Vermont, like maybe one other state. Like they're very local, but like
Hmm.
they have a pigeonhole on that region quite excessively. But
Huh.
it's they sell like their own milk, like comes from their cows, like so they
Huh.
own from all that. And the ice cream, I promise you, it is the best ice cream you would ever have.
Just because it's like, is it a?
Dude, it's something with the cows over there. Most of the cows
Make
like
it sound like they like
products over
get
there are pretty
massaged it.
good.
Make it
Dude,
sound
no,
like you
it's
get
just good
massaged every
grass,
day. Like,
good
who's a
nutrients and
good
stuff.
cow?
Well,
Who's a good guy? You
you
want your bubble bath?
dude, that's a hilarious concept for a cartoon where it's like, yo, telling kids about, well, you don't want to paint a false impression for kids, like they're getting treated like that nice on a farm, but like doing a spa day for a cow. I don't know. There's an animal narrative somewhere in there
Hmm.
where it's like, yeah, nah, actually, they did have a show on Nickelodeon, The Barnyard. It was based off the movies, talking cow,
Oh,
pig, and all that on the
I,
farm. He was living a
we
life of
didn't
luxury.
have we didn't have Nickelodeon money, so like
My
there's a
man,
whole like
if you
didn't
think I
happen.
watched that at my own home, I was at my grandma's house.
Oh, I'm saying not even my friends had Nickelodeon money.
Oh goodness. It what we got satellite because the cable companies wouldn't come to my country ass town. So we had to get satellite for the longest time, antenna TV. I
You
spent a
guys need a
lot of
space
time watching
box.
PBS. A lot of time
Yep.
watching PBS. Uh
Also,
hmm.
Caillou. Can we
Fuck
just
first of
never?
all, fuck Caillou.
I
I hate
just
his
saying.
attitude, dude. He gets on my nerves. I'm like, yo, his mama need to beat him. Like, I'm screaming at the TV 10 years, like, yo, he need an ass whooping. I can't say that, but I'm like, he need an ass whooping. He be talking back like something crazy. Nah, black kids could never.
like, like he just I don't know what whose idea, like who ran it through all the focus groups and was like, guys, what do you guys think? And they were like, yeah,
Why was he
yeah.
bald? This kid clearly
No,
had.
no good. No, no, Stop.
All right, I'm not gonna say it, but like he did look sick. I said I wasn't gonna say it, God.
You like leaned in for it too. It looks
We're
like, it
already
looks
here.
like,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm already down the dark corner. We might as well.
All right, so back to the dark thought was
Oh, but no, people
manipulation
do need to
101.
learn it, just
Oh,
like how to look out for it. It's like, all right, here's my comparison. You know how in Harry Potter they got to learn the dark arts. They can't really use it,
oh
but they
yeah.
got to learn how to like defend from it at the very least. Where it would be like that if I were taking it serious. In this whole conversation, I was not. I was not.
And just went down that road.
Dude, I went, it was like a solid 20 minute. I couldn't stop. It was it was dark. I
Mm-hmm.
would walk up the stairs like with the most maniacal of laugh. And she would look at me, my wife, she would look at me just like, you good?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
doing
like, dude,
awesome.
I mean, I feel all right. Oh, Mania's a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. All right, question. I was
Yep.
gonna get to the other one, so it was like a which one's first?
All right.
Do you remember your first crush in life? And if you do, what is
Oh,
the
for
most
sure.
vivid memory
Most vivid memory of my crush?
of your first crush in life? Most people have
Ooh.
one,
Oh yeah.
like how they do in movies, like the kid sitting on the bus and he looks back and it is just like a chick who's a grade older than him. Actually, that was my situation. That was
I
me.
was like, I was
It was
definitely
it
gonna be like,
was very
that's
personal.
very
Yeah,
specific.
it was actually me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think my most vivid memory was, yeah, it sounds so cheesy, but like,
I just shared mine. I don't think it.
dude, it was no, but the reason I say it sounds cheesy is like I remember the moment she noticed that I was there or like that I existed,
I do
and
too,
she was like, talk to me, and I was like, oh my
dude. Heart
gosh.
fluttered.
There, there is not a drug that can touch whatever happened to my little body at that time. Like, oh, I'm floating.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. All of us, like many of us boys, all have this same type of memory where it's like that first crush, and especially with if they ever like notice you one time, that's for life.
Mm,
Now you remember that for life. Mine was on the
hmm.
bus. Uh, it was after school. She was getting dropped off. It was autumn, right? Leaves were falling. So it was like getting late because most of the leaves were down. And then it was just us. And she chatted me up like until we got to her stop. Mine was like the last stop. So I was like, I was like, yo, we're getting married. We're getting married.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh,
mind you,
yes.
mind you, dude, I'm in second grade.
Oh yeah, it's never like high school. It's always
No,
like,
dude, your first
you know,
crush is I don't know if I've ever heard of someone who's had their first crush that late.
no.
Other than that, I'd be like, all right, you're probably just like asexual. You just don't really care for real. But I'm like, it's always, and it's hilarious because the memory is so imprinted. There's some core memories that we all kind of just share, or in the sense of
Hmm.
like situation. And it's funny how that all lasts through time.
Yeah. I wonder if it's, well, no, I don't wonder. I think it's probably associated with when our brain actually has that first hit of what that experience was. And it's just
Yeah.
so powerful of a memory that you
It
just like,
it literally it's a new wire in your transmitters right
hmm.
there. And it's like, yo, I'm not going anywhere. We keep this one in the background. Just like a little
Yep.
buzz from time to time.
Yes. Ah,
You
ah.
remember that one? Yeah, that was a nice time.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's never like I don't know, like those
mm,
it's such a powerful moment, but it's interesting because it fuels so many of that like that pursuit of relationships then, you
yeah,
know,
that's true.
later on. Such a
It
powerful thing.
it definitely opened my eyes to have that moment for sure. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never looked back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What you got, dude?
So
Anything
which
from
part
you
are we
this
going?
week? Huh?
I saw one of the saddest, most like respectful Animal Kingdom videos of all time this week, which was like
Status. Okay, hit me
we
with it.
it's this guy, this I think he's a biologist or um off the coast in Norway, and he videotaped like the death of an orca and like what their pod does to them. And it like
No,
they were like,
no. See, I'm gonna
why
stop you right
no?
there.
Why?
You know what? Finish your story. That's rude of me. That's rude of me. Just
Why? I'm just
no
saying,
sympathy. Zero.
you can't.
Go for it. Go on with your little story.
So, like the pod of like orcas like surrounds like the dying one, and they hold it up so it can take its last breath. And then once it's done taking its last breath, they're like, just let it go. And it's like this beautifully serene but like super sad moment. And I'm like, oh, that was really respectful.
Don't let that. Nah. They are the assholes of the ocean. Fuck
No,
orcas.
no,
As a matter of fact, they
no,
are the
no.
biggest jerks in the animal kingdom. Only one that could possibly rival them is hippos. Other than that, nothing. Nothing is in comparison. They are freaks of nature. I don't fuck with them.
I would go snorkeling with him right now.
You
And
are you're an idiot.
nope, nope,
You
nope.
got
Me and orcas have a special bond, and I'll prove it to you one day. We'll go, we'll film on location sometime, and I'm gonna be out there and be like,
yeah.
just watch it happen, man. Just me
And
and
then
this
they
orca, we're gonna
nudge
have a
you,
thing. Just
and
we're
they
gonna have
all when you see them all look at one another, and they're just like around is game. They're about to toss you 20 feet in the air. They will make a rag doll of you. They will play with your corpse and then just drop it. They won't even eat you sometimes. They just want to fuck with shit. Have you seen them chase down other dolphins? Dude, dolphin, seals, all of them. They will, and they're too smart for their own fucking good, and that's why I don't really like them because they're out here scheming. It's not just predatory nature. They scheme heavy. So
I'm with I thought it was a beautiful thing. Now I'd swim with them tomorrow or today, whichever. I do like right now.
so you just want to be dumb and die.
Dude, I have this weird thing where I
You were
think
just
like
tired of
animals
life.
and
Is
I
that
have
all
a
it
thing.
is? You're just like tired of
What?
life. Like, can we check in on your mental health? Because goddamn, are
I
you,
really don't I really don't think wanting to be around nature
no,
is an
no,
indicator
no,
of
no, 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 because I love nature. Fuck that. No, hold on.
I try
Don't do
see
that.
try
Don't do that. Because
they're still a part of nature.
yeah, I don't like mosquitoes either. And they're part of nature. Do you like mosquitoes, Brandon? They gotta survive. Are you gonna let them just suckle upon you? Hmm?
Suckle? No. Not a good enough reason to say the word suckle.
That's
No.
what they do.
No, you may
That's suckling. They out here looking at your shoulder like a teat, and they just in there.
no.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Horseflies, you
I'm
like horseflies? They gotta eat too,
no.
and they be biting. But they're in nature. Hmm?
I know, but
What about
like,
the one cricket that shows up in the house that you can't find?
dude, I'm actually
He's
really
trying to
okay
eat
with
some
that,
crumbs. Hmm?
dude.
You gonna let him
No,
stay?
people could put a cricket right next to my head if I'm tired enough. I'm like, I'm gonna let you just hang out here, man.
Dude,
And I
it, when I go camping, it's fantastic. I don't want it in my garage, hidden behind boxes of stuff.
no, I'm totally okay with that.
All right, I got you on the other ones. Hush.
I'm just
I
so
got two
that's
out of
true.
three. And
No,
orcas are
I
terrors of the seas, man. I'm telling you.
no, don't get me wrong. I'd jump out of the boat and I'd want to hold on to the boat and be like, I'm just gonna hang out here until
Why
like they
would you
don't.
even jump off the boat? As a matter of fact, they're gonna try and tip the boat. They,
just
dude,
just because the
they
pods
just
out here
tipped
like
over a yacht the other week.
that was the ones in Europe. In okay,
All right,
those
you
aren't
can't reason with
Norwegian
stupid.
orcas.
Clearly, you
Those
can't
aren't
reason with.
Norwegian or
I just don't like you. This is why you
just
have such a punchable face. I thought about it the other day. I was like, it's got to be because it's like soft and like roundish, like a speed bag.
wow. That's like kind and insulting all at the same time. It's soft and roundish. That's not how everyone wants their face described. You have a very soft and round face. Thank you.
It's
That
childlike. If you want a compliment,
that's an interesting angle. I don't think it plays though.
it does. It does. Because it shows that you're not aging like terribly. You still have a youthful face.
Hmm.
That's what they used to actually pay attention
I
to a
don't
lot
know.
more back in the day. So take the compliment, man.
Okay, okay. What was the other thing?
Oh, it
Did you
was a
have a
punchable
question?
face. That was the other thing.
Oh,
Oh no, not that part. My fault.
oh.
I thought you might have been talking about that. I was yeah, no, I was just asking like if you had anything else like, but now you want to bring up orcas, and I'm like, I have no sympathy for them
I I
ever in
honestly
life.
thought I honestly thought you were gonna be like, yeah, no, that sounds like really respectful and I don't know,
Not
kind of a
when
neat.
I know their murderous nature, so I can't even. All right, I put it to you like this: even the mafia puts down some of their people with respect, and I'm like, you want me to have sympathy for the mafia, and that's how
Ah,
they swim around.
all right. I
They are
You make a
murderers.
fair
The
point.
thing is, they again, it's not just a predatory nature. They murder for fun. That's like praising Jack the Ripper. Actually, some people
Fair
do.
enough.
Shit. Some people there's always that one guy who's like, man, he did it. He did it nice. Like, but he killed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got away. Like, that's if you want to do it, you got to be able to get away. And he did. That's A1. Which fair enough to that. Like, that's a hard move. Not to say that I'm
To
giving
be
him
the
any
guy that
credit, but you know,
to wait to be the guy that compliments Jack the
no,
Ripper.
to just end up you get away with it. eh, The game's the game, dude. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because there's also how many people are just walking around free now we're going with like Dateline. Like, how
Whew.
many people
Wow,
would just walk
you're going
around?
super. What is
Yeah,
this like after
damn,
Thanksgiving? What is this after Thanksgiving
so
like
dark.
dark episode? Like, hey everyone, happy holidays. Welcome to the
I didn't
podcast.
even
And
say happy holidays.
that's true, you didn't.
Oh
You're in a
goodness,
bad spot.
yeah, that'll happen.
Got
It's a
got
mental
mania.
health podcast. What you want me to do? I can't fake it. It just happens. I'm here. I tried to pull myself up on my bootstraps. You saw me pre-screen. I'm like, I had to do the whole quick dissociate thing real quick and get into it, get into character.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd be afflicted. It sucks sometimes, but I've
Yeah.
I've got enough skill um to take care of it. It's just those moments do suck. Like when you're in them
Yeah.
still. And I'm sure that's for everyone else. But even for those who do, they're so far in the pit that it's really hard to see a way out. I mean, I would like them to know that there is a way out.
Yeah.
It's sometimes that you're not gonna be given a ladder and you gotta dig yourself out with your own nails. And that bitch sucks terribly. But
Mhm.
you're gonna be happy that you learned a way out at least.
Yeah.
So I mean, the show must go on. That's just what it is, no matter how dark it gets. I just feel like there just needs to be rain clouds over my head. Just
See what, that'll be the next edit. Just
dude, I tried to wear yellow to like brighten up. It didn't. It didn't take.
no, but I think I mean, I think it's also there's something good about being, somewhat honest. Like it's a tough part of the year for a lot of us.
Mhm.
Like, and mental health wise, it's like it's a tough world out there right now. And it's like it's okay to just sit with it and be like, anyone else struggling? Raise the hands. And I think everyone else would be like,
Fair
yeah,
enough, dude. Yeah, if
not great, man.
you're struggling, throw a hand up in the chat,
Yeah,
something
it's
like
just
that.
like,
Because
all
that way you
right.
see you're not alone, though. At the very least,
Yeah.
if we're gonna struggle, at least let's struggle together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Like,
but,
man.
mm, oh,
So
I did have bad advice, and it stays dark.
just keep it going. All right, we're already here.
As far as I'm concerned, if cops can lie, I can lie too.
Oh no.
Nah, if they can do it, I can do it too. Fuck that. We both go play the game.
Do you remember when like like I I don't know. I remember growing up people being like, our cop's great. And there's just like this general assumption that that profession was like generally like
What
98%
population are you
good.
speaking about?
Like it's not everyone, but I just remember like this like
You know
childhood
what?
facade. Like
There
same thing with
used
like
oh, absolutely the facade. There used to be a time though. They truly were respected, but they weren't really as doing as much grimy shit. But it was around the time that in black communities, black officers started showing up
Mhm.
that other black children were like, I could do that one day. I can protect my neighborhood and be a respectable person in that regard. But now
Yeah.
the system's gone so deep that it affects everyone that ends up in that community.
Yeah.
And there's still some, but it's not to the degree that it should be for the amount of respect that they ask for. I'm like, then other people got to start speaking up for real. Like
Mhm.
people in blue, and they can't be, and they shouldn't be ostracized. Can't say that they can't because they end up kicked out like that, but they should be able to. We should be able to criticize anyone in our party if we feel something's amiss.
Right.
And it's not happening enough in pretty much every sector of every field. Like you can't avoid it. People just got to start speaking up though.
Yeah. No, it's just it
But
was
if they're gonna lie, I'm gonna do it. Absolutely.
well, it's just it's like those childhood assumptions
Yeah,
where like the doctors knew everything,
that too.
mechanics never mechanics never overcharged you.
Nah,
Like
they
just
always been overcharging. Fuck that. Look at all the old shows. They always, nah, you trying to stiff
That's
me,
true.
guy. Like they've
Yeah.
never been respected, and they deserve respect because they're
Right.
helping you get around.
Yeah. And it's not easy. Like
Mm-mm.
it's pretty complicated.
Takes a lot of know-how.
Ah,
Respect
so you're better.
to the technicians out there in the world.
Yeah.
This is a shout out episode. Just, yo, shout out to y'all, but fuck orcas. They stay on my hot list. Nah, I get
For real?
irritated when anytime they. Here's what it is. I used to love orcas. They were one of my top 3 animals of all time until I saw what they did. It wasn't like Free Willy, my guy. There's
Dude,
no jump over and it all be cool. Now, obviously, I know that's a movie, but it painted a pretty picture. And that picture is marred with murder.
yeah. But like, I was now I was gonna go really dark and I was gonna be like, isn't that like a lot of things in life? Like, I don't know, anytime someone's like, it's an American Nice, and we're like, ooh, until you
Okay,
learn what it
fair
did.
point. Fair point.
Until you learn
All right, you got that one. That's true. Man, the childhood eyes, that ignorance of bliss, or bliss and ignorance rather. It's
yeah.
there are times I yearn for that, and I'm like, you can't go back. You,
Yeah.
when you know, unless you got other type of mental health issues that I don't have. You got to be one of those guys. It's just how you
Oh.
forget that you just had. Nah, let me not. Let me not. It was about to be
I
said.
mean,
You know what? Let me just go ahead and call it a day.
no,
Oh,
I
hey, I
I
hit
mean
the stop button.
yeah. I but that advice though, like they
Mhm.
can lie, I can lie. I think that's a fair rebuttal,
It
or that's part of a fair discussion though of like,
should be at least discussed.
well, even these days, like like there's part of me that wonders like who actually is above lying, like who doesn't these days, because it seems like
Everyone
there's always like
does.
a, well, I mean, I'm just saying like there's some like outlandish stuff
Oh yeah, yeah.
like the
Dude, George
like the
Santos.
yeah, that's
You
what
see,
I
he
was gonna
got
be like,
booted.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that dude ran a whole campaign of just stacks upon stacks of lies.
Apparently, he was stealing other senators' money off their credit cards, like running them up for his financing campaign. I was just reading about it earlier. Like like well over the FEC's allowment for that type of contribution. Like well
Mm-hmm.
over millions of dollars. And it's like,
And then
yeah,
get, yeah, and then he goes, what
huh?
me?
No, dude has
What?
switched up so many times since February. Like, and the fact he didn't even make it a year. Yeah,
Right, but like,
January, I think, is when he would have started.
mm-hmm.
Man, he could not scam correctly.
That dude did so much though,
The
so
paper
much.
trail is long. Dude, he stole from a
Just man.
veteran. It was
Mm-hmm.
like the GoFundMe page for his dog.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stole. Oh, he's a criminal. He should
You
be
know what we
teaching
should do?
manipulation university. He's
We
one of the
should
head
go
professors and
see. Here's my plan. I'm gonna get Orcas back into your good graces. Ready? Hot take. We befriend George Santos because he doesn't have many friends left. We're like, George, we get it. Like, come with us. Let's go on
okay.
a little trip. We go. I don't know why we're walking when
I,
you can't walk where I'm going. All right, just move past whatever that happened. Um, we take them swimming.
So we walk cross country, and this is how we bond, right? So this is how we become like super close.
Then we take them swimming with orcas. We're like, this is a really powerful healing experience. Let's go swim with some of the orcas. And then the orcas have an intuition where they're like, nah, this dude's evil. We're gonna punt him. They just bam.
I'm pushing you in. I'm pushing you in.
But what
It's
if
what
they
you
only
wanted.
attack George, but not me?
It's what
But
you
if they only
wanted,
attack...
though. You got to
Yeah, but-
commit. If we're going to see orcas, you just said
Well, yeah, no,
earlier
I know,
in the
but
episode that you would commit and do the thing. Now you got to do it. You got to go with them.
I would.
Ah,
I'm
dang,
just saying,
that's
like,
unfortunate. I'm gonna have to find a new co-host. Shit.
I'm, I'm just saying, if they punt him out of the water, but not me, I'm gonna be like, Javon, huh? Orcas, huh? And you might be like, okay.
No, I won't say okay. I'll say even the clock's right twice a day. But,
Well played.
and I just
Well played.
fucked that whole thing up because it's like even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's true.
You know, like
Because if it was,
you're like, you still went for it. I was like, yeah, and I knew I fucked it up. I fucked it up.
yeah. But you know how different therapists have like therapy animals? What if I do a therapy orca
I
situation?
don't
Huh?
think you have the space and or qualifications to do that. Yeah, I don't think.
What about
I don't. Swimming pool's not gonna work. Office. Are you okay today?
me? What?
Are you doing all right? You seem a little bit more
Yes.
stupid than most.
I just like orcas, and I don't really want to believe that they're as sinister as they really are. I know that they go up to innocent dolphins and they're like, "You're just my chew toy," and I know,
dude, they treat seals and walruses worse. They just
that's true.
I've seen them just not to be too graphic, bash them against ice in a not so playful manner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bleeping that. I don't do the bleeps. It's I don't get why you can't, like, I said murder a whole lot and people bleep that out in their videos. And I'm like, I'm just gonna keep saying it because it's like that's what it is. What are we doing? Why are we pacifying so much? Why is my hat so low? Yeah. It's alluding to the dark nature. I just recognized I'm a Sith Lord.
This is who I am today. Just a Sith Lord.
It's just been gloom and doom for me today. I'm like, but I'm wearing yellow, guys. Huh?
Yeah. I think, yeah. I realized, like, after you brought up how they like punted things, I like,
oh man, they play volleyball with bodies.
I had chosen an indefensible animal. And I just wanted to be like, no, but it was a really beautiful video. And you're like, doesn't matter how beautiful the video is, the animal still sucks. And I was like, but wait.
No. There are certain animals that just won't get my respect. I respect them in their position in nature, what they gotta do. But I'm like, their personality wise, y'all. I mean, I don't want them at like SeaWorld. Like, I still don't want that. I'm humane enough in that regard. If that heals whatever this is.
Yeah.
But I just don't want them at SeaWorld. That's it. I'll agree with you on that. They don't belong there.
They definitely do not. Like,
dude, I literally almost cried when I saw him. I literally almost cried. Ugh. Anywho, let's not another tangent. Goodness, this has been dark enough. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great week. Peace and love.